Hello everyone, welcome back to the HR Unscripted. Growing up, most of us didn't hear the term organizational culture, right? But we all experience it at our home. So, though one very consistent chief culture officer, our moms. Think about it: structure, rituals, feedback, sometimes loud, rewards, consequences, the occasional surprise pizza or unplanned team building session, or maybe we can call it family trip to a wedding. So today we are decoding how workplace culture works, not just to grow companies but to grow people. And today I invited Neha.
Thank you, Deepika, for having me.
Hello Neha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All well, all well. So Neha, I invited you today to talk about that how what is the importance of culture in when we are professionally growing or personally growing. So how this culture plays a role, right? And the thing is that why I invited you because you are a new mom and you are now from the since the childhood you are seeing that how your mom has managed your home and same way that somebody we learned about the culture that our mom has created in our home and now you are also a mom and now you are creating those culture. So I want to listen from you that how that you have managed the culture at your home and how you are managing the workplace culture too, and what are the things like we are going to talk about lot of things that what managers should do, what are your viewpoint on it, that how a manager can copy from a mom, right? And of course
Yeah.
you're working mom right now. So let's begin and first tell me that do you think first that is it making a good workplace culture is important nowadays?
Yeah, thank you, Deepika, for having me and talking about this particular topic because I think culture is one of the most important thing when we talk about nowadays, right?
Right.
Because yeah, so I think everyone should talk about more in every corporate sector. One should openly speak about it, and it plays very important role in terms of professional growth and as well as personal growth at a level.
Definitely. And I think as we grow, we realize this term right now better because you are a very experienced person. You work with different lot of companies, and you have a great different ideas and how and culture build together, right? So we'll
Yeah.
be talking about something first. We'll talk about your childhood, that how you saw your mom managing the home and building those culture, and how what are the learnings that you took from your mother, and now you're applying being a mom, right? So here, let's begin, Neha. Neha, if you think of your childhood home and our current workplace, what's one surprising thing they have in a common?
And honestly speaking, I'll not call it surprising as I'm working with Nirogam. It will almost about to be 5 years, right? In February. So I think it's not surprising for me, and I'm blessed for being a part of Nirogam. If I recall, like childhood home and the work life, work from home life, there are certain things which are in common. One, I think a safe zone, right?
Mhm.
At childhood, you have a safe zone, right? You can approach your mother, father easily, right? There is no hesitation if you're facing any struggle or anything. And
Mhm.
I think at work from home or working with Nirogam, right? So I feel like I have the same safe zone still alive, right? The people are so approachable and they're open to listen, right? If they're having any problem, I can reach out with them and they can offer the help or not help in the way I'm needing, maybe a help in the way which can guide me or enlighten me or maybe bit of help like I can go forward with my certain tasks or things, right? One thing. And I think yes, the budgeting part in childhood, mother used to do budgeting, right? If fixing each and everything over there in terms of monetary and as well as the fixing our wardrobes, our toys, and like same working mother from home. It's like fixing budget for my ad advertisement as my role, manager and fixing my baby's toy at his place. So these are things which are quite similar for me.
Definitely, like you are now controlling everything, right? Here,
Yeah.
when you're working and you're applying those skills. So that's wonderful, Neha. And like you talk about the safe zone, like Nirogam, like there is somebody who is there for you, like mom. Like,
Yes.
any for any problem, we call our mom. Mom, this happened with me.
Yes.
Mom, what to do, and not like that. So now you are telling that's very good to hear from you that we do have that culture, approachable culture, that we can approach anybody and seek help, definitely. Because here we are talking about a lot of stress going on at the work pressure, we talk a lot of things that right now is common due to work from home, hybrid, and a lot of environmental changes are also, you can see, right? So that's wonderful, Neha. So now I'd like to now ask you one thing, that tell me that what your mom did at home that you think every manager should copy at home.
If I talk about mom specifically, she's a good listener, I must say, and
Huh.
you have to agree to me.
Yeah.
She's a good listener, and I think a manager should be a good listener because and approachable.
Hmm.
Because if there is a comfort zone between like an employee and the manager, they can grow in a more better way, and I think that can result it in a more fruitful way towards achieving company's goal or their personal goal or task. Because if my manager is open to listen, if I'm struggling with something, if I'm not able to understand my task, so I think that is one thing or one trait I think managers should learn
Definitely.
from.
Because while growing, you need somebody, right? That who can guide
Yes.
you or listen to even what we talk to our mom. There's some nonsense thing that's going on. Mom, I did this and like that. And that's what you want somebody in a workplace also, where you can go and talk freely and the person should be listening to you. So that's
Yes,
wonderful. Yeah. Okay.
and
So
guide
now,
accordingly. Yeah.
yeah, right. Okay. So Neha, let's move ahead and talk about more about that, how the culture influence things, right? So tell me that, do you think that culture can really influence that how people grow as individuals? So here we are not talking about only the skills or the promotions that we are getting, right? There are a lot of things that culture influence in an individual as people grow, right? So what is your viewpoint on it?
I think for me and my point on building culture is very important.
Hmm.
And nowadays, if we talk about a corporate life, anxiety, they plays a very important role. Like
Right.
maybe in terms of achieving the goals.
Hmm.
So I think building culture plays a very important role because building culture involves multiple things, right? How is our day is going? Whether we are having particular time for maybe um, open space to think about more ideas to
Hmm.
grow, or maybe we are here, the people are here to listen you are approachable to them, or are you stuck at your things or tasks, are you confused with the maybe you are having any doubt. So I think the culture plays a very important role. If you have a good culture, it involves like a happy place, work life balance, and I think maybe you're enjoying your work,
Hmm.
right?
True.
While having a fun with the colleagues, and yes, and the timings, the office timings, and the work life balance, right? It plays a being a new mom, or like my son is 2.5, 2.3 years, right? So I am very pleased to have a very fantastic work culture at Nirogam. I work with very big shot companies like Vodafone and other companies like Marico, MNCs. So I think nowadays people are talking much enough, but
About work-life balance.
but openly they are talking about work culture because if you see that employees are in very stress, there are many newses also in the newspapers and the news that people are this and that because of stress. They are not able to manage the stress because of work. So I think at Nirogam the best part is this, that we are having everything. It's a combo of I think a perfect, it's an example of a perfect balance, like having a good culture building company, because it supported you in employees entertainment, gathering, having fun together, having healthy things together like stretching and all. So, and yes, and growing together, and brainstorming sessions also,
True.
whether it's your task or related to like how we can grow together. So we are working in one direction together, right? Balancing all your things, all your multitasking, all your goals together. And we are free to take our own decision, right? There is open to speak, there is a freedom of taking our own decision, right? Although maybe many companies having, but if I talk about particularly about Nirogam, yes, we are here, and we are here to experiment things and learn from our failure, and then come back uh, with a good performance and to achieve our goals in a better way, right? So I think yes, building a great culture is plays a very important role in any organization. Yes, if I'm skilled, right, I can manage my things. I may have a multiple ideas of resolving things or working towards in a better way. But if I'm like, if I don't have that environment, right, if there are too much pressure on doing things, this and that, so I think my skill will stuck, because skill is like your performance, and
Right.
culture is something related to your mental health.
True. Definitely. Because how you are in a culture, like what culture you are in, that shapes you, right? That how you will grow in that office or in the workplace, right? Because let's say that a company has a culture where they have to do overstretching on the job, right? They have a tight deadlines and lots of things. I saw that people just frustrate with that. That
Hmm.
why that is happening, right? And that's really create a lot of pressure. And at one time, I also saw a lot of people that where they are happy with the less money that they are getting. They are not getting promotion, but what they are getting is a good culture. They are happy with what they are doing, right? And that's one thing. One thing my manager said in my early career, that when you are enjoying, when you're waking up in the morning and saying that, oh yeah, happily you're laughing and saying that I want to go to the office, then really you're enjoying, and that workplace culture is great, right? So I think that's the one thing that you can also test for yourself and all of the audience that who are listening to us. Are you happy going to the office, or you see, oh, आज फिर office जाना पड़ेगा? So,
Correct, correct.
so I,
When you're not having nightmares
right,
at night
literally.
about your tasks, that you're you have to, you have these some pile of works and you have this much target to achieve, right?
True. And you're
So
thinking in the night about the next day meeting, that what I'm going to say in the meeting,
correct.
or who is going to just
Yes.
roast me in tomorrow meeting. So that's a culture definitely. Nobody Gen Zs don't require, right? If we talk specifically about Gen Z, because as in millennials, if we talk, they might have adjusted themselves in the workplace where they have to overstretch themselves and have that work pressure so that they can grow professionally. But if we talk about specifically about the audience of our Gen Zs, they don't like it. They don't want stress in their life. They will quit. And I think that's what people are employer don't want to hire Gen Zs, because they right. So that's another discussion that we are going to have. But definitely, cultures makes you really grow whatever you are doing, right? And it's beyond professional, because
Yes.
personally also you grow, your mindsets grows, right? And you can see the changes in yourself when you are working with a good culture. Your mindsets change and everything. So that's wonderful, Neha. Let's move ahead and let's talk about, as we are talking about the good thing about the culture, right? But you have a very good experience working with a very different MNCs and very big MNCs, right? So tell me, any culture red flag, as we are, as today's world talking about red flag and green flag. So let's talk about that. What's one red flag at a company that no one talks about, but definitely you might have felt it, right?
I think if we talk about red flag, so it can call you like one that long working hours,
Mm.
right? That can be a red flag, and I think work pressure, because sometimes what happen, if you're taking a lot of pressure in terms of doing perfection in your work, right?
Right.
You take unnecessary stress that I have to be perfect, there should be no mistake,
Mm.
right? I need to come out. Oh, what will happen if someone will point out, right? There is one drawback in your idea or your presentation, right? So this is one of the thing, and one, the long working hours. Sometimes you put a lot of your effort and forget about your working time, like it's a 9 to 6 job, or you have a work after this also. So I think these are the two important things which are red flag, right? We should always have a balance about it. Yes, we. I have one saying. Sorry, it's related to this conversation on. Like, I think when I was reading somewhere, I read one quote. Right, we are living for uh, for food, and for food we are working, right? And
Right.
for removing boredom we are working, right? We are not living for work, right? We are living here. There is only one life. You should enjoy it, you should balance it in each and everything. Everything is important, right? With your work along, it's your personal life also. If you're frustrated in your personal life, you don't have, you'll start cribbing, right? then
Right.
you will then you will you're going to identify what is the root cause of this uh, thing, right? Then you will start realizing that this is because of the work. I'm feeling so irritated. I'm so angry because of this thing. This is my official one task which is not completed, and my deadlines, my timelines are near, right? I still have a pressure, right? You'll work on Saturdays and Sundays also. So I think yes, these are the things we should more talk about.
Mm.
Like in yoga, I remember, right, if someone is on extra time on Zoom, there is a reminder from HR, you Deepika, that why you working, let's do it tomorrow. Then nothing will happen if you'll not make it today, right?
True.
So yeah, so these are,
That's called
yeah.
human thing, na Neha. That definitely, like workplace should treat an employee as a human, right? Definitely, there are a lot of tasks that you might need urgently, and that's okay. Sometimes it's okay, but not every time, right? So
Hmm.
I think we should be prioritizing and raising these rates flags, right? And talk more about it. That why to work like for the longer hours. Why not we can finish, do the smart work and finish your job, right? Why you have to sit only for the 9 hours in the company or a 10 hours company, right? You can finish your job in the 8 hour shifts. That 8 hours, 7 hours, 6 hours, whatever hours works for you, right? Because we can't be productive for 9 hours. That's a myth. To be very frank, that's a myth that nobody can stretch themselves for 9 hours. What you're doing is clicking the keyboard and the clicking the mouse. That's it. You're not doing any productive work. So
And I think yes, I think for completing any task, so you should have only uh, fruitful hours, the best timings, right? Best mindset of doing that. Fresh thoughts for doing things, right?
right, right. Okay, Neha. So let's move ahead, and now I'll get you that. This is what, like, when I joined a company in my internship. All right. So I have experienced that my HR says that, oh, now welcome to the family, right? We always say now welcome to the family and like that. So to my viewers in Nirogam, we feel like it, so that we say that welcome to the Nirogam family and be Nirogam, right? But I have seen lot of companies that who treat you on the first day like, oh, welcome to the family, and now after that they forget about that what family looks like how we bond together and all of the things, right? So that's happened with lot of company. So tell me that. when people say that we are like family here, or so, like what does that mean in a healthy and unhealthy culture? Right? What does it mean?
Um, I think if I particularly talk about Nirogam, yeah. So yes, we truly believe in this, right? We are a family. We grow together. We share together, and we enjoy together. And yes, and we face through the tough times together,
Right.
right? So let's take an example. Like if we talk about we are a family, right? If I'm having being a new mom, there are instances like in past, right, where I felt like that I'm not emotionally strong.
Hmm.
Like if my I'm not able to balance both the roles, like as working employee, as a mother. So I can share it with someone, right? The HR is there. You always allow me to take a break, right? We have a breaking shift option, right? If I'm not mentally strong, if I need a time to give maybe 1 hour, 2 hour to my baby, right? If he's cranky, so I can break my shift and work accordingly, right? And we do have a short offs also. If I need to go for a vaccination for my child, we have a short off. I can take 1 hour. We have 5 hours short off in a monthly basis. So yes, I think, and as a family, we laugh together. We play games together online, right? Work from home doesn't means like you're working always, right? Because I think, in if I talk about work from home, one thing which is negatively taken, there is no boundaries, right? In
Right.
terms of approaching, yeah. Sometimes in maybe in other organization, I must say, because in our organization we don't have that culture, right? If the working hours got finished, sometimes you have to reach out for anything, right? Work from home means like people think they can reach over phone, over call, right? Ki, yes, the other person is available, right? 24 by 7. Just drop a message that, oh, yes, I forgot to ask you this thing. We have to do this, right? And what is this? What I'm looking for this sheet. Where is this sheet? So I think work from home sometimes maybe in a lead to a wrong direction of no setting no boundaries. But yes, I am privileged to work with Nirogam. Although yes, you mentioned one point in past our conversation that people think that sometimes there can be a mindset of people, right? For me, I think the real happiness works a lot. If you're in nowadays, I think the brand name doesn't matter.
Hmm.
If you're working with a very fit mental, you are focusing, you are having good mental health, physical health, and social health, means you're doing good.
Hmm.
Maybe professional, right, and personal too. So I think at working at Eurogam, we focus on each and everything. We have likewise was a rough patch of my not being a mom, being a sister in my past months in March, where I lost my loved one. So I was fully supported by you guys, right? I have mental health leaves, right? So that I can spend some time with my people, right? I can collect all my emotions together and come back with more energy, right? Because if I'm not mentally stable, I cannot focus on my work. So these are small things like shifts, leaves, and like open to listen things, right? We can reach you, we can reach our parlor managers, fellow colleagues.
Hmm.
So I think that is very important things which plays a very important role in
Yeah,
one
I
of
think
the
definitely.
employees' life balance or work culture.
True. That's good. That good that you highlighted it. And I think to add up here, Naniha, if we talk about if we are family, so family not always share word, right? They share happiness together. They share sorrow together, right? And that's what if you are sharing not only the work, like work pressure and stress, that's really building an unhealthy culture, right? An unhealthy experience for you. But when we are building a laugh, when we are just bonding together, right? When we are sharing the laugh, sharing the sorrow and the sadness of another team member, that's what where the culture builds, right? So now, let's move ahead and let's now talk about, like we say that I already mentioned that we talk about today's generation, Gen Zs, right? So what Gen Zs do, like now the perception has that Gen Zs quit, right? Why they quit? They do. Nobody talks about that. Why they quit, right? So I feel that while working with Niroga, my mindset has also changed about the working conditions, right? Because whatever I learned in the my internship or whatever the policies and everything, it's totally different now in Niroga. In the starting, we were like that company, but now as we are moving ahead and we are changing our things, right? So, and a lot of debates going on the LinkedIn that people are talking about that why Gen Zs quit and all of those. So tell me, Neha, and today's we always talk the manager is struggling with high rate of attrition and they always blame it on Gen Zs, right?